Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast, where the podcast reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 733, and is your review of Rio Lobo as we continue on with our Howard Hawks month. As always, this is Nerd Kind of here to host show. Wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? One wonderful Monday night.
Monday night, live early and ad-free over on patreon.com/nerdcore. At the $1 tier, you can go ahead and get this episode live, early, and ad-free before anybody else gets to watch it on the day it goes up. This week, I'm not going to give you a fucking day because I got another episode that needs to drop tomorrow on Tuesday. So usually when this would drop, it's not going to drop. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, before we can go ahead and get into review, Brad, how you doing, bro?
Doing good. Went to work for half a day. Got a bit tired and was like, so I'm going home.
Yeah. How'd you continue feeling from your coldish thing?
I mean, I'm still a little under the weather, so that's one of the reasons I went home. I just I'm tired.
Yeah. Well, hope you feel better soon, Brad.
Yeah. It's funny. Brenda told me, you know how I know this isn't COVID? Because you're over COVID in 3 days, and this is going on 6 now, so it's definitely a cold.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. That's funny, bro. Yeah. I worked today, Brad.
Woo! Yay for work.
Finished up this movie. Played a little bit of Marvel Rivals. But other than that, just been chilling. That's it.
Chilling like a villain.
Waiting for the holidays. We already kind of have an idea where we're gonna eat, so I'm looking forward to it. Apparently I've had quail before, but I don't remember having quail before, so
you
that's
had
what we're
quail?
gonna be eating.
Quail's good.
Apparently I've had it. I don't remember
Quail's
having
good.
it. Yeah.
I've had it one time.
Yeah.
No, it was actually in a restaurant, so it was much easier than that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shit's crazy, man. But yeah, I'm interested to see what that's gonna taste like. I don't remember eating quail. But yeah, man. Just pretty much just chilling, waiting for these holidays, man. It's just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of. I think everybody's in the same boat. It's because anyone you're dealing with, they're either not in their offices or, they're on vacation already, and it's kind of like, well, what do I do? What do I do today?
Yeah.
My solution was go work for half a day, then come home.
Yeah. Brad, you had anything? Watch anything lately that you've been catching up on?
I did watch the episodes of Creature Commandos, the 2. So
okay.
So I came home and watched those.
So you've been catching up on that? Okay.
Yeah. So I watched those two.
Really
so I think it's gonna be a pretty good show.
Yeah. Nice. No movies yet though.
No, I haven't. I think the last one I left off on.
You gonna finish Juror number 2?
I have not finished Juror number 2. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to one just because I didn't like the first 20 minutes. So I don't know how I feel about it.
How much more do you have left in that movie?
It's probably like it's Clint Eastwood. It's probably like a 2-hour movie.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I'm not a fan of the whole fake retirement shit because apparently Crying Macho was supposed to be his last one, and now he's got a new one. So it's like
we've had a few directors like that.
Yeah,
I've been like, this is my final.
Yeah.
Now this is my final.
Yeah. I mean, I told you about it yesterday. Fucking Miyazaki. I was like,
Miyazaki just keeps going.
It's gonna be Ponyo. No, actually, it's The Wind Rises.
Now
I'm back from what's it called for The Boy and the Heron. I'm thinking about I want to keep making more.
Yeah, I don't trust my son to make any movies, so I'm just gonna keep going.
It's almost like it's hard to want to actually end your career.
Yeah, I mean, especially when been doing it for so long. Like,
yeah,
even though he is cranky about it, he does enjoy that. I feel like it'd be like Scorsese. Like he's just going to keep going until he just dies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
Mm,
about Tarantino. I feel like Tarantino is going to make like Japanese commercials or something.
I think Tarantino's at a at a weird place where he's kind of said that he wanted to make his last one, and now
Yeah,
he's kind of like, well, no, I don't know if I want this to be my last one. I don't know if the one that I'm thinking is gonna be my last one is worth it, and it's like, damn,
it's like, bro, just don't retire. You're like, you're only
yeah,
what, 50 or 60?
it's it's almost like you said at one point that you only wanted to make 10,
Yeah,
and
it's like he had the
you can
specific.
go back on your word.
It's like he had the specific number for whatever reason.
I feel like you
But
just
I mean, when you're creating art, don't put a specific number to that shit,
no,
especially
no,
if you're enjoying it.
yeah. I don't know. He does have a kid now, so he's kind of like probably just thinking about that now. So who knows? I'm sure that we will see number 10 and number 11 from fucking Tarantino at some point.
Yeah,
Uh,
I feel like there's still going to be a Kill Bill Volume 3. I'll probably be like in my
40,
50s
50s. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when that
I can see
drops.
that happening, Brad.
Yeah, he's going to wait that long and then drop Kill Bill Volume 3.
You know. Um. So here it says that juror number 2 is an hour and 54 minutes. So you have like 34 minutes left, Brad.
No,
Ah,
no, I have an
an
hour
hour
and
and 34. I'm sorry,
34
an hour and
minutes
34
left.
minutes. So
Yeah,
that's not how math works, Rowan.
that's not how. I
Yeah.
mean, no.
And I was like, no, that's just not how that works, buddy. um,
The math is not mathing, sir.
no, it's not. No, it's not. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'll see what's up if I want to get to it. There's other stuff I really need to get to.
Yeah, there's other stuff like the list you were going off on. I'm like, yeah, that sounds a little more, you know, more probably what I want to see versus Although I do like a good lawyer movie, but like
Yeah,
just the first 20 minutes, it didn't bring me into anything.
yeah, yeah. Well, with that said, Brett, I guess we should probably get into this movie here.
Yeah, let's talk some John Wayne.
Yeah. Stacy says, vacation. Must be Latin. Haven't heard that word in a long, long time. Don't know. Tarantino will end up making Dr. Scholl's or really weird shoe commercials. Shouldn't they be wearing the shoes?
Yep, yep, I
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah. Brad, you sent me a picture of the fucking the 4K, and I was like,
Hmm.
dude, I thought it was supposed to come in on the 20th.
I don't know.
Fuck, man. They
It's
really
here in my house.
they really want you to get it in before Christmas, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just glad USPS didn't like kick it like down the driveway or anything.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you told me that. Like, it looks like just very small scratch on it. And that's
Yeah,
it.
if that, I don't know. It might be a
Might be a hair
smudge. I don't
or
know.
smudge.
Like I think it's a faint scratch from what I can tell, and then like a little, not like dusty, but like the little things of dust. So
Yeah. Well, can't wait to get that in my hands, Brad, along with my Grogu. Baby Yoda, because he's not going. He's
the
going by the
child, it's
dead
the
name. Yeah.
child.
The
So
child.
it's the
Yeah.
child Funko Pop.
Yeah. That should probably tell you exactly when Brad got that fucking pop.
I have the same one. I got it at the same time.
Can't believe you, Brad. Isn't there a Deadpool one you got me too that you were supposed to send me?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Was there?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm checking to see if I have a Funko over here.
No, that was
is meant
Venom
for
Pool.
you.
You sent me that one, remember?
Oh yeah, I sent you the Venom Pool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I sent
yeah,
you that one.
yeah. All right, Brad. With that said, let's go ahead and get this going. So, if you've never seen Real Lobo, you should probably get out here. We care about sports, but if you don't care about sports, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad, introduce him to Howard Hawks' final film,
Really?
Real Lobo.
Okay. Rio Lobo is a 1970 American Western film directed and produced by Howard Hawks and starring John Wayne from a screenplay by Burden Wall and Leigh Brackett. The film was shot in Cuernavaca in the Mexican state of Morelos and in Tucson, Arizona. The musical score,
Tucson.
Tucson, Arizona. The musical score was composed by Jerry
Oh,
Goldsmith.
Cuernavaca, Brad. Cuernavaca.
Cuernavaca. Thank you.
Cuernavaca.
Cuernavaca.
Yep.
Okay. And in Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
The musical score was composed by Jerry Goldsmith. It was the third Howard Hawks film to explore the theme of a town sheriff defending his office against belligerent local outlaws. The others were Rio Bravo, 1959, and El Dorado, 1966. Both also starring John Wayne. Rio Lobo was the last film Hawks made. And what do we got here? Starring John Wayne, Jorge Rivero, Jennifer O'Neill, Jack Elam, Victor French, Susana Dos Amantes. Cinematography by William H. Clothier. Edited by John Woodcock. Music by Jerry Goldsmith. Color process, Technicolor. And what we got? Running time 114 minutes. Budget $6 million. Box office $4.25 million. North American rentals.
I would really like to go ahead and point your attention to something before I go ahead and give my full unfiltered thoughts on this film. The script was rewritten throughout production.
No, you don't say.
Brad, I can't believe this is the final Howard Hawks film he made. Because it's absolutely nowhere near being
the other films we've seen
great as the other films we've seen.
You
this
think
movie is
maybe
all
Howard
over
Hawks,
the fucking place.
You think maybe Howard Hawks was just like fucking old? I just want to make a John Wayne movie. Fuck
but
it.
he already worked with John Wayne before.
Yeah, but if it's gonna be his last film, he just wants to work with old John Wayne. Just be like, fuck it, I'll just make the same shit I made years ago.
Movies all over the place. This movie's fucking absolutely just all over the place, and just man, it just never could grab my attention in the way that it apparently wanted to. Yes, John Wayne is super charismatic. He is really cool in this movie, and he is John Wayne. He is the fucking cowboy of all cowboys. So you know what? You're gonna get a good performance out of him, and I'll say I also really like the performances from Jorge Rivero, Jennifer O'Neill, Susana Dos Amantes, and Sherry Lansing. But man, is this script all over the place, Brad?
I don't disagree.
Brad, what are your initial thoughts on?
I don't disagree, but I like this film.
I don't like it, Brad. I was just.
I mean, it is nowhere. It is nowhere in the 8s to 10s. I'll tell you that.
Also, can we please fucking talk about one of the biggest plot points here, which is the idea that a character gets assaulted, and then they're like, "No, we didn't assault you. Like, no, you totally just took your clothes off because you're supposed to when a person faints."
Yeah. I mean, it was like, yeah, we had to loosen it so you don't like choke to death.
Huh? Make it fucking make sense.
Although, I like Jorge Rivero in this very much.
Oh yeah, man.
I love his acting in this. I want to watch more Jorge Rivero movies now.
Yeah.
Yes, the story is all over the place. We start at the end of the Civil War, right at the end.
Yeah.
They're trying to rob a gold train. The Rebs are trying to rob from the Union the gold train. And this whole production of like just trying to like stop the train, and they're oiling up the track, and it's like a 30-minute production. And then I don't know if we ever found where the gold went.
No. Because they probably fucking abandoned it on the third rewrite of this goddamn
script. Like, I mean, that's the thing is, like, Raul is not wrong. This story is all over the place.
Yeah, man.
I find it kind of hilarious in a way, just because it is a Western. It's an old school Western, John Wayne Western. And you know what I want in a John Wayne Western? I want fucking John Wayne. That's... I want John Wayne's swagger in there. I want some shootings. I want some cattle rustling. I want some pretty women.
Just
what the old Westerns are. And then I get a half French, half Mexican guy apparently. So who Which also other plot points is John Wayne's like, well, now the war's over, I can be friends with these guys who shot up all my men. It's like, what? What are we doing?
John Wayne was in poor health during filming and frequently had great difficulty getting on and off his horse. He was also
I
still
kind of saw that.
recovering from tearing a ligament in his shoulder while filming The Undefeated. Damn.
I mean, the whole reason I even chose this was I wanted to see old John Wayne, because I don't know if I had ever seen an old John Wayne film, just to see, if he was still that charismatic cowboy that he played.
Man, of course he is,
And he
man.
is.
He's fucking John Wayne, Brad.
Yeah.
Really fucking sucks that the dude's racist as fuck, man. It was really terrible, terrible
Agreed.
human being. But goddamn, is he a great actor? And he's really, you don't have a lot of actors that really ooze, that what
No.
the kids call it these days, aura.
No.
It's like
Maybe
really just
Bogart. Maybe a
oozes
Bogart
swagger.
for him. But I like some of the characters they have in this. I like the Mr. Phillips character, where his eyes like go completely the opposite. He's just a crazy drunkard.
Also, can we talk about the beginning of this film where the guy fucking missile drop kicks the motherfucker into the river?
Oh!
I thought I was seeing a fucking Bryan Danielson match.
Man, that dude knocked. There was another. I don't know if it's the same one, but when he knocks John Wayne off his goddamn horse into the river, is that the one we're talking about? My God, that dude fucking went for it.
Motherfucker launched himself like he was fucking Daniel Bryan in the fucking what's it called, the main event of WrestleMania 30, Brad.
That shit was impressive.
I was like, holy fuck, dude, did you get some air?
So I can't say this film is great in any context, but it's entertaining. That's how I feel about it. I like the music. Again, it's not hard with a Western. I like the ending of the film because you got the whole, big old shootout that you want in a cowboy film.
Oh yeah.
And then you end it with the woman killing the man, getting her revenge. So, I mean, not bad. But again, there are plot points in this where, like, we start off with a train robbery. Nothing happens with that. I don't know where the gold goes. Does anybody know where the gold goes? Doesn't matter. War ended. We move on. Then it was the whole, we gotta get revenge on these two guys who sold us out. And they immediately kill one of the guys, which kind of sucks. They kill Whitey. That was his name in the film, not disparaging. And then they find the other guy at the end of the film. But I feel like you could have had more had you kept that one character alive throughout it. But, this is a film from 1970, and I was even born yet to give my comment. So,
yeah. Barry Howard Hawks later said, "I don't think it was any good." He also blamed the film's poor critical and commercial performance on John Wayne, saying that at 63, Wayne was too old to carry a movie. When the film was released, many critics pointed out that Wayne was too old and fat to play a soldier during the American Civil War. Brother, I think it was the script.
I mean, I don't put any of this movie being a flop. If anything, 1970s. I don't know if the American Western film was at its height in the 1970s. I think it was starting
to come down.
It was starting to decline, and I think that's all it was. I think you had what, the 50s and 60s. You were getting the spaghetti Western, or 60s. You were getting the spaghetti Western. That was kind of the height of these Western films, and then you had that decline in the 70s. So I don't think John Wayne can be blamed for that. I think it's just the American audience wanted something new. And that's when the 70s is right when you get like Scorsese and you get like The Godfather and Coppola, and you get like a lot of good war movies. So that's what more takes over from the spaghetti Western.
Yeah. Think visually looks fantastic, man. I love the look of Technicolor on here and does a great job, but I don't know, Brad. I thought this movie was all over the fucking place. I don't like it.
I'm
not even John Wayne can save it for me.
No, I'm not. I mean, that's your opinion on it, and I understand that completely. I find it entertaining. I mean, this is the same issue we had with Congo. Is you hate Congo.
Shut the fuck up.
For many reasons I don't disagree with, but I love Congo for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, it's just
But it just
just
gets
really
points
rough.
for that. Yeah.
This was really fucking rough, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, although I still just the fact that it shows me who Jorge Rivera was, and now I want to go watch some Jorge Rivera movies because he was fantastic in this.
Yeah.
I think had the Western continued on and maybe had started to, begin again, he might have been a star.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, I wonder if he worked like in fucking Mexico or anything like that. But I don't know. Nonetheless, Brad, this was rough. Was not a fan of it, and yeah, John Wayne couldn't say it for me, man. I
Yeah.
really thought he could, but the more I watched, I was like, wow, this kind of blows. Yeah. So, Brad, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4.5 out of 10. This is as much as I'm gonna go for it. What is your final verdict?
My final verdict for this, and I found it far more entertaining than Roll apparently. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
You're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy, man.
I mean, it's a fun movie. That's all I gotta say.
You're
I've seen
using that term
far worse
lightly, bro.
movies. I've seen far worse movies than this.
Yeah, of course. I've seen a lot of other worse ones too, but geez, man, this is just, God, man, what a what
Hey,
a shit
that's your
show.
opinion. I
Yeah.
differ.
All right, man. With that said, that concludes our review of Rio Lobo. Now I understand why my professor told me you should just watch Rio Bravo, which is the better film.
Well, yeah. But I want to
Yeah,
watch old John Wayne.
yeah, but jeez, right? You have to. But with that said, one out of 10 could use
One out of
Mongolian.
10. 1 out of 10 could have used Mongolian John Wayne.
Yeah.
It's true.
Follow us on thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Patreon. I'm sorry, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, and of course we're on Patreon at patreon.com/nerdcore. You can get this episode at the $1 tier for live, early, and ad free before anybody else gets to watch it on the day that it goes up. And of course, if you're on Discord, make sure you check out our Discord link in the description below so you can discuss with us and hang out with us, talk about whether I'm completely wrong or Brad is completely right about this film.
Wait. There's a Roger Ebert review.
Go ahead, Brad. I'm sure it won't give out any spoilers.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Continue on. I'll pull it up.
All right. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure that you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another review that drops on the channel. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app of choice, make sure you leave a 5-star review and you follow us on that app. All of that helps us out so freaking much. And as always, we want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters because without them, just none of this is possible. Brad, where can they find our amazing executive producer, Shane?
They can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/xsrk or on Twitter at thrifted.il or go buy something from the subby god at depop.com/prison city vintage.
Yeah, man. And of course, Brad, tell us what that lovable man says.
Rest in peace, Roger Ebert.
Yeah.
Except for that one review that tasted cherry.
Yeah.
You bastard. Real Lobo, Roger Ebert gave it on January 1st, 1970, a 3 out of 4 stars. Howard Hawks' Real Lobo is a John Wayne Western. This was a little unusual in 1970 because John Wayne had unaccountably been finding himself in some westerns that weren't John Wayne Westerns. Chisholm and the Undefeated, for example, didn't quite understand the mythic nature of the Wayne character, and so we got a lot of scenery and very little chemistry. True Grit, a very good movie, chose to comment on the Wayne character instead of exploiting it. And so it has been a long time since the John Wayne Western and the classic mold, not in fact since Howard Hawks' last film, El Dorado. Both El Dorado and Rio Lobo deliberately avoided any innovations in the basic Wayne role, as it was invented and shaped since the 1930s by John Ford, Henry Hathaway, Hawks himself, and minor directors who copied them. Hawks apparently felt that he'd already had his day as an inventor of archetypes, and now that he was in his 70s and Wayne was in his 60s, it was time to mine the vast deposits of memories, conventions, and nostalgia from all those earlier Wayne films. In this case, the story itself doesn't matter much. We go to a classic John Wayne Western, not to see anything new, but to see the old done again. Done well, so that we can sink into the genre and feel confident we won't be betrayed. To some degree, Wayne movies are rituals. and so it is fitting that they resemble each other. El Dorado is a remake of Hawk's Rio Bravo, and Rio Lobo draws from both of them. It is said that when Hawks called Wayne and offered to send over the script, Wayne replied, "Why bother? I've already made the movie twice." I'm just stopping there.
Yeah. All right, man. With that said, that concludes our review of Rio Lobo. Brad, let's go ahead and send him out of here.
All right, Roll. Thank you, being host as always. Thank you to Stacy for once again joining us in chat. Thank you to our listeners, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, help John Wayne on his horse. Young Yoda out.